Craig Rose, aka the perfect Giddimani.
Easy.
Perfect.
Bless up, the general. Bless up. Greetings. Give thanks. Yes, I. Enough respect to all the massive over there in Ghana land, you know?
Yeah, man.
Enough respect.
God, how is the vibe?
Vibe's good, you know. I want to tell us them just not rise up too long because I have a big show first night in New Mexico, you know. So I know it's a Lagazi check in for the interview. I said, I have to make it possible. So, you know, we do everything to make it possible and up early and ready, yeah?
Yeah, man. So how I know this time is the time for a lot of artists to tour because it's summertime. So you move from point A to point B, and always. The other day I was talking to you. You were on the plane, and I have to wait for an hour for you to jump from the plane and talk for a while and go up on another plane,
yes,
and all that kind of thing.
And next flight, yeah, man.
and thing.
Yes, sir.
How is the struggle like in this time around in terms of you touring?
No, well, actually, you know, it's not. I would say it's not rough, but it's still not easy. You know, you just have to you know, clear your cards properly, make your links, and you know, focus on your work and make it possible. You know. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
All right, Mr. Craig Rose, I would like to say thank you so much for accepting to talk to us on Yaad Settingz on Asaase Radio. As I'm talking to you right now, we are nationwide. You understand me? In terms of coverage, you know, the whole Ghana is listening to us. We are live on 99.5 in Accra, the capital city, that is Greater Accra region.
Easy.
We're live, you know, on 99.5, and when you go to Ashanti region, Kumasi, we're live on 98.5.
Easy.
When you
Good
go
vibes.
When you go to Central region in Cape Coast, we're live on 100.3.
Easy.
And when you go to the Northern region, Tamale, we're live on 99.7.
Easy.
And
National thing.
Yeah, man.
Thing.
And approximately 30 million people them tune in and I listen to the iVibes right now.
Easy.
Give thanks. Respect.
Yeah, man. So let's take it from the basics. If you talk about Perfect Giddimani, Lagazi, I know who Perfect Giddimani is. But,
yes,
you know, to the average Ghanaian who don't know who Perfect Giddimani is, I would like us to take it from, you know, growing up in a little community in Bamboo, St. Anne, Bay, Jamaica. How was it like for you growing up as a youth?
Well, it's a normal life, you know. Simple life, to be very known. Simplicity is key. You know, I'm from the country area, you know, the rural backbone hills of Jamaica, you know, which I said the name of the community is Bamboo. Very small community. You know, majority of the people in my community are farmers. You know, it's not like we had a lot of supermarkets there and business like those that people could actually get jobs. You know, it's a farming community. Seeing cannabis, mainly cannabis we plant in Bamboo growing up. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the communities that were most popular with the plant during the late 70s and 80s. Yeah. So I grew up in a small family, 2 brothers, 1 sister, mama and papa. You know, go to school on Monday, go to church on Sunday. You know, duties around the yard, little football with friends. You know, and I wasn't really a youth who had up on the road enough, you know, because my mother was a bit sheltered. My mother was a teacher, you know. So, you know, we never really get that whole heap of vibes on the road. Like, you know, growing up, you know, we never just be out on the road like that and stuff like that. We used to be inside, you know, either reading a book or, you know, watching a documentary or, you know, my mom teaching us some extra lessons and stuff like that, you know. Back in school, I was into poetry. You know, I entered like the spelling bee competition. I was into drama and stuff like that because my mom usually pushed me in those areas. You know, there are certain stuff that I had to do. You understand? When it come on to, you know, like a class performance or to represent the school in drama or poetry. You know, my mom would push me to do those stuff. So at a very early age, I was already introduced to being on stage and having an audience. You know, I always, ever since like the age of 6, 7, I was having an audience, you know, either at church or at school or just out there in another town representing the school or my community. Yes. So my mom really pushed me in that direction to go on stage, you know, lift my head up, you know, keep your shoulders straight, you know, pronounce the words properly, you know, focus, you know, try to interact with the people and stuff like that. So I've been doing that from a very early age, you know, and I have to say thanks to my mother for pushing me in that direction. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And then now, you know, after primary school, then we go after high school, which is very close to Bamboo. It's another town called Brownstown, 9 miles. You know, we went to high school there in York Castle High School. Well, when going to York Castle High School now is when I had a little bit more free time with friends, you know, because you're traveling from out of your community to another community now. So you have a little free time. So in the afternoons, I used to go down to one of my brethren's that had his other friend had a sound system. Seeing? So at that time now, I used to check out the records, listen to the rhythms, learn the labels. Jammins is a blue label, Bobby Digital is a yellow label. We know say Black Scorpio is blue and white. We know all these stuff. So we start studying the labels, studying the producers, studying these singers, studying which rhythm, how many songs are on this rhythm, how many songs are on that rhythm. So that was like a little class for me after class, you know, because I couldn't do that when I was around in Bamboo. I never had access to that. By the time I get to Bamboo, I have to know, say, homework, bedtime. See? Right. But in Brownstown now, after school, I used to go down to that yard where the sound system was, and the sound operator would give me the chance as a little youth to check out the records, and him said, don't break the needle, you know. Don't break the needle, you know, you take time to hear the records them. Yeah, so that was like, you know, like I said, another classroom. It was also a school because I was learning about labels, producers and rhythms.
So around that particular time, you were studying as a selector, right?
Exactly.
As a DJ for the sound system.
Exactly. Yes, I. Because also at that time, you know, bass of this, it was just getting popular.
Okay.
Yeah, because bass of this is from in the hills too, you know. It's a country, it's one region, you know. Brownstown, Bamboo, Alexandra, 9 Mile where Bob Marley's from, Stepney, Settingz Bay where Bernie Spears from. Yes, one region, you know. Yes, one region. So at that time, to bass of this, it was getting very popular. So the sound system and the selector eat is on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And at that time, it was even squingy, you know, it was thinner one.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that.
Definitely.
When bass of this is just a bus and come to the forefront and start getting a lot of dances in Brownstown and Settingz and stuff like that, it was thinner one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the original bass of this, and then squingy came after. So, you know, that time it was like a sound disease, selector disease going on, because here comes bass of this, you know, which is hot in Settingz. So every sound boy I try step up, and every youth I try to become a selector and stuff like that. So right in that era is when, you know, the disease catch me too, yeah?
The virus.
Yes, the virus, yeah.
Definitely. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're reasoning with Perfect Giddimani.
Easy.
You know, yeah, man, and trust me, he's telling us how he began and all that kind of thing. Listen, we're live on the Asaase 995 page on Facebook. If you want to see him, how he will wrap his locks and all that kind of thing, wearing a spectacle and all that kind of thing. You understand me? With his beautiful outfit and all that. Trust me, if you want to see it, just step on our Facebook page and trust me, you're going to see that live and colored. Now, Perfect. In terms of you understanding this particular DJing stuff from that time when Bass Asaase, you know, was becoming popular and all that, which sound system was that?
No, that sound system they name Soul Supreme, you know. Soul Supreme. Yeah, the name of that sound system was Soul Supreme. Seeing? And then, but you see, by that time now, I'm getting bigger. Then, unfortunately, I never get to graduate, you know. Yeah, you know, we never get to graduate because we were so concentrated on the little music vibes with our bridging and stuff like that, that we missed out on, you know, a few exams in class. So we never got to graduate, yeah? But the thing now is that during that time also now you have some little sounds start coming up in Bamboo. You know, Star X, you had Trendsetter and those sounds. And by that time I was getting a little bit older. I'm out of school. So by that time, I'm a selector. Me lift box. Me keep dance. Me a selector. Me kill sound kill weight. We go through all of it, King. We go through all of it.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
So,
yeah, man.
So, yo.
And at that time, Lagazi, we never have money to cut like real dub plays like from the top DJs and singers. We used to just cut the little DJs in our area. So I would be on 2 of the dubs, and we have Monkey Man Vice, 2 more dub. We have Bully Boy Vice, 2 more dub. And that was just our little thing. You understand me? And we make it work and we enjoy ourselves and we kill sound and sound kill we. So we're learning the business on a level, not on the biggest level, but on another level that would bring us to the other level. Yeah. See? So sound system thing, to lead that one time I had a friend from the USA that bought us a sound system. So we had our own sound system now called Afrique. Afrique. So yeah, not the original Afrique, you know. We had an Afrique too, but that Afrique was from Bamboo Center. There was another Afrique, I think, based in New York or Kingston. Yeah. But we had an Afrique in Bamboo Center, and where we start doing a lot of dates, man. People booking us in different communities. You know, 5 communities from Bamboo. You know, people booking us all over. So we really get into the sound system thing, and we really had a great run in it, man. As a selector, DJ around the sound system, same way as me say, lift box, put pan chuck, all of that, we've been through that, you know, until then the DJ thing just kind of catch me again to, you know, like as if it's the truth, you know, the virus, you know. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because after killing 1 and 2 sound from my dubs that me make no one thing, and then, you know, you start go to dances now. I remember one of the first big dance me ever go was a Kilimanjaro dance, King, and trust me, it's like the virus get me deep again because I say Ricky Trooper deal with it. I said, no. You know, so yeah, brother, like, yeah, me I tell you the truth. Kilimanjaro are the sound, apart from Bass Odyssey, which was good and was from my era, but Kilimanjaro are the sound that really make me love sound boy business and sound for dead and killing sound business, because I love how Ricky Trooper does have this passion, you know, when he did up on the mic in the younger days, and how him introduce him records them and come across. It was just extraordinary. And yeah, man, Kilimanjaro really hooked me now to sound system thing now, and then the whole part DJs around Kilimanjaro now. Still,
yeah,
Ninja Man and, you know, Ricky Stereo them and Pompidou them and the whole of the singer them, and that now kind of gravitate and hold me again until before I still start DJ a lot around Trendsetter sound now, which was the sound in my era. You know? So from morning till night, we just a run rhythm and DJ around Trendsetter sound. You know, there was even a church right beside it, a Pentecostal church, and me have to say enough love to the people over that church, because them never really give us a hard time when we are practicing. We used to be playing the music loud and a DJ day and night.
Yeah,
right beside the church, you know. So that again was school again for me, because me I learned to ride every rhythm. Punani rhythm, duck rhythm, slinking rhythm, Sankai shade, the general, taxi. Me I learned to ride everything. That is the thing, you have to learn to ride the rhythm. These young artists right now, they don't know it. You know, the only rhythm they can do their song is the rhythm that they voice it on originally. But we had to learn how to ride all different type of rhythm. Because when you reach into a dance and a selector says, yo, the taxi rhythm I play, you personally can't just go just change it like that.
Yeah.
12 DJ after DJ upon the taxi rhythm first, and then them change it and move to our next rhythm.
Definitely.
So you had to learn how to DJ on these rhythm.
Definitely.
So that was school again for me. That was school again for me at Trendsetter right there, you know?
Now,
school again.
At Trendsetter now, I would like to find out.
Yeah.
You being a selector, you know, a DJ of the sound system, how was the transition like for you to move from putting down the selecting business and now stepping as a real DJ on the mic? How was the, you know, transition like?
It was easy, you know, like I see, because listen, when I was selecting, you know, around the sound, you know, I was also talking the mic, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, if I'm talking the mic, yeah, man, it wasn't I alone around the sound. You'd have Liar, you'd have Merciless, and three of us around the sound, you know.
Okay.
See? And that time, I never named Perfect neither. It was Reppy. At that time, they called me Reppy.
Reppy.
So it was Reppy, Liar, and Merciless as the three selector around the sound.
Wow.
I had have Ricky to another guy named Eniva. Eniva was really the owner for the sound.
Okay.
And you have Ricky, one of the selector, Merciless selector, Liar selector, me selector, but I was the one who do most of the talking on the mic.
Wow.
So over that period of time, talking on the mic, it helps to build your vocal range, you know.
Yeah.
Because you have to talk, sound for dead, listen to Alcanellis, yeah, what you feel like. So over that period of time, I'm building my vocals. Yeah? And then, like I said again, you're listening to a ton of music. You're listening to singers. You're listening to DJs. You're listening to sing-Js. Me I listen R&B. Me I listen Western music. Me I listen Marty Robbins, Aretha Franklin. Me I listen Glenn Washington. Me I listen Barris. But me still I listen Baby Wayne.
Definitely.
Easy.
You see it?
Yeah, man.
So it's like so much sounds and different styles and different, you know, ways how to do stuff is just packed in my head. So by the time I get the mic, I'm filled with a bunch of different ingredients.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, because there's not no one artist that really influence I and I know. I'm influenced by artists one of us, artists are almost boss, and artists are boss. I'm influenced by big names, but also I'm influenced by small names. You know? You understand me? Yeah, but we take a slur or a special way how to draw a note out of Barry Salmon book. But I will take a stage command from Bounty Killer. But we take a style from Baby Wayne. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all the different elements that I choose to take from all the different artists and the music that I've listened over the years, and then I bake it into one cake and swallow it. Yeah, and you know, that is why, you know, I'm so versatile when it comes on to DJing or singing a song. That's why I tell you it was easy. The transition was easy. We just start DJ like that.
Definitely.
We watch Peter Metro and Charlie Chaplin them a DJ for Owen's King. We had to learn.
Definitely.
Unless we never have no sense. Yeah, we had to learn, Lord.
Definitely.
Learn,
Easy.
yeah, man.
I hope the young artists are listening to what Perfect is saying. 25 minutes going into the R2 here on Asaase Radio. Yeah, man.
Easy.
And we're listening with Perfect Giddimani. And he's telling us how the whole thing began with him, you know, right from the heart of the little community, you know, in Jamaica, Bamboo. And now he's touring the world. Music is taking him everywhere. And,
yes, sir.
You know, if you practice it well, and if you learn the trade well, you know, it will be good for you. So young artists, I expect you to listen to some of these interviews and take inspiration out of it, simply because it is not just an easy road. You know what I mean? Now, in terms of you recording, you know, transitioning from being a selector, you know, to a DJ and all that, in terms of recording now, how did that happen?
Well, you know, so now, when it comes on to recording, you know, it was a bit difficult, you know. That is another hurdle for jump again in a legacy. Because you see, at that time, Senton only had one major studio, you know, at that time, and it was called Roof International. The owner of Roof International was Courtney Cole.
Okay.
And Roof International at that time was producing the likes of Banana Man, Jigsy King, Little Hero, Tony Curtis. See, that is where that was the stable for all of those artists, you know. Roof International in Ocherius.
Okay.
Courtney Cole.
Okay.
Yeah, that time he was producing the Jig King and the Little Hero, Tony Curtis and stuff like that. Yeah. We never really have no links, to be honest with you, because Ocherios is on the coast. I'm from in the hills.
Yeah.
You know, I had one auntie in Ocherios and she wasn't really into music like that.
Yeah.
Seeing so we never really have any links to get me into the studio, into Ocherios.
You must have a link to get you into the studio?
Pardon me?
You must get a link to get you into the studio?
Yeah, man, you have to get a link like as you just don't go into studio like that, man. No, like I say, Jamaican run like that, you know, man. They will throw you off of the gate, man. You just don't go into a studio like that. You have to have a links. Right. Somebody have to bring you to the studio.
Wow.
See? Yeah, and at that time, that studio was like a private studio. It was a really commercial. So it's not like you can show up there and say, okay, I need to book some studio time. You know?
Wow.
It's Courtney Cole call the shots.
Wow.
Lita was the engineer at that time, which Lita used to also work at Arrow's studio in Kingston. But Courtney Cole used to use him as chief engineer also in Ocherios. Seeing so, no man, if you get into the studio, you have to have a links. Full stop. If you don't have no link, you're not getting in. Full stop.
Wow.
Then, so I was still practicing, you know, because I never have no links to go to the studio, you know. Because between soundboy business and DJ around mic at night time, we do about 8 to 10,000 hours, you know. And that me I try to make these young artists know. If you know DJ, at least 8,000 to 10,000 hours. Practice 8 to 10,000 hours at anything you're doing before it really take you after that next level. Yeah?
Definitely.
So without studio access, I just have practice school. Then the first time I got into a studio now is we save our own money and go to Arrows. Yeah, we go to Arrows and buy the dub plate because you have to buy the plate first, you know. It's called a liquid disc.
Yeah.
We got to buy the plate first, right? That is how I had to get into the studio because I never have no links at Arrows neither. Arrows is in East Kingston, we're on a Spraggabanks place, we're on a Dunkirk near around there, so which are real garrison. But my trick now, how I got into the studio was you go to the office, front office, you buy a liquid disc, which is the dub plate, and you tell them, hey, I need to do a dub plate, and you pay your money. You know, so from a buy a liquid disc, the dub plate is like your official. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is the first time I got into a studio where I pay my own studio time, buy my own dub plate to record, and went into Arrows and do my own dub plate. Seeing? Then after that, now I started hanging out around Arrows now. I used to live up in Barbican at one time, you know, Grand Spaniera Barbican, seeing? Because I had a cousin in Barbican. Because I moved from country at one point, I'm going to go Kingston because I wanted to be nearer to the music.
All right.
So I was living in Barbican. Then comes Tyrical now. Tyrical is one of my first DJ friends in a Kingston, you know. Because a country artist, when Kingston artists see you, they tend to look down on you, and it's like, where a country boy I come from. So even as a country artist going to town, you have to fight 3 times harder.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to fight the politics. You have to show them say you are very good. And then you have to also fight the intimidation. Because them intimidate, you know. Cool?
See?
So in Kingston now as a country artist, Tyrical now is the town artist what kind of come around me now and give me the strength and say, all right, DJ, I'm going to show you where Arrows there. I'm going to show you a Black Scorpio there. I'm going to bring you going to a penthouse. I'm going to show you on a Bobby studio, right? So he had a little scooter bike. So he used to pick me up every morning because Hysterical really teach me how to hustle in Kingston when it come on to dub plate business.
Easy. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't know, say, yo, we're reasoning with perfect Giddimani, and you don't know everything good in the place. You understand me? Yeah, man. Easy. Exactly 31 going into the R2 here on Asaase Radio, and look like we lost him. And trust me, we will bring him back again, man. Yaad. This one is the brand new one on the album, Yaad. So the internet jump out. But listen, we have Perfect Giddimani back on the line. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
So you were talking about you now moving from Bamboo now to reside in Kingston because you wanted to get close to the music.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. So, like I said, man, I was in the, living in the Grand Spaniera at one point, and You know, hysterical really helped me in the streets too. When it come on to dub plate hustling, yeah? So Arrows now, I started hanging out at Arrows a lot, you know, because Arrows was like the dub plate heaven at that time. Every sound man, every artist. So at Arrows is where I meet probably, I don't know, 50 artists. You know, them time I meet Red Rat, them, General B, you know, Roundhead. Them time the Baby we in a live same way still looking. Me I tell you, say one of the greatest artists meet, you know.
Wow.
Baby we in a live them time there, yeah. Terror Fabulous them a come, them time the Terror Fabulous them a sting, action and them tune there.
Yeah.
So Arrows now introduced me to a bunch of artists now, and then it's a learning process again for me again, because run Arrows now I really see how them deal with dub plate business. Intro man come in and do him intro man get a thing, and then DJ come in, and them time they can't make no mistake, king. Cause I go spoil a man dub plate, king.
It's one
so
thing.
When a man say, yo, one go.
Wow.
One go, brother, yeah, one shot, brother. Cause if you spoil a man dub plate, come when I run out of the studio, brother. Enough artists them run out of the studio, some young artists.
Wow.
See? Because them time they buy the dub plate expensive, you know. Yeah, man, the plate the expensive, man. Them time I think it was about $1,200 Jamaican dollars, you know.
Wow.
Which was, I know, a good amount of money at that time. Yes, so and I just 4 songs alone can cut on a plate, you know. Just 4 songs. So when Terror Fabulous do a tune and Red Rat do a tune and General B do a tune, and them say, yo, you are the last person, the next person, you know. Like you have to, you know, you can't drop the ball, you have to do it properly, you see me?
Yeah, man. It's like pressure upon you.
Pressure, brother. Yes, king.
Yeah, man.
So, we continue in Kingston now. I go on to do the works until we start go check out the recording studios now, like Bobby Digital them and Penthouse them and stuff and things like that, you know. So going to Bobby Digital now is where I really got my first break, because Bobby Digital as a big producer now, we used to have musicians around the studio every day. Firehouse Band to be exact. Yeah. Firehouse Band used to be around Bobby Digital every day. And then Bobby had a nephew that was into producing. Yeah, so I started hanging out around the studio now, but I never really knew anybody like that, because as I tell you, Kingston, it's all about links, bro. If you don't have links, things might not work the way you want them to, yeah? But Bobby's nephew now, because I couldn't go over into Bobby's studio, you know, just out at the gate, me there, DJ and my voice, and but Bobby Digital, his never used to pass every now and then and hear me DJing, and you know, it's like him said, there's something about this little youth, you know.
Yeah.
But you know that I can't come over into the studio and he can't just bring me over there either. You understand me? Because Bobby have to give him the okay, like, hey, you can't just walk into Bobby's studio with a new artist like that, because at that time he was also a protege of Bobby.
Wow.
He never have that position yet for just do as him like in the studio. Yeah?
Yeah.
So one day, you know, he gave me a rhythm. Yeah, which was Anki Boy rhythm. And how we got this rhythm now is that after Firehouse, because Bobby used Firehouse for the day just to make rhythms after rhythms after rhythm. Make a rhythm for Luciana, make a rhythm for Sanchez, make a rhythm for Louis Culture. So Firehouse is just there working, making rhythms. So at one of the end of the sessions now, like Bobby gone upstairs or step outside for a minute, his nephew now, which his name is Chris, he said to the band, hey, just play a little rhythm for me. And probably give them a few $100 or buy them 2 beer, you know, or give them some weed and buy them 2 beer. And that is when they play the Anki Boy rhythm.
Wow.
Yeah, and they give that rhythm to Chris, and Chris end up giving me that rhythm outside the gate.
See?
And it's like he said, you know, hey, he said, listen to the rhythm, man, and see if you like it. And I had Anki Boy was in my head for probably 2 years. It's just a little melody when I make up in my head. And, you know, so I had the melody in my head. So when I play the rhythm now, when I drive back to the country and I play the rhythm, it's like me, I said, John, you know, say, the cards and everything, it fit it, you know.
It fit it.
Yeah, it fit it, Jack. Yeah, trust me. So at that time now, we just make a second verse now. As we have a first verse and the chorus already now, so we just make the second verse. Boom. Back into Kingston now. I drive a little all under because I have to sleep out of the studio gate, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, King, because them time I know, you know, you're dip on the road, you really at 100 feet. So, you know, me I sleep at studio from studio to studio in my car, me I sleep at studio. You know, so one night me out of the gate asleep and boom, 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 boom on the car door. And when I look, it was Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Chris said, come perfect, come, you have it. Come in at the studio now. We have to try to do something quick before Bobby come back because Bobby and Maxi Priest were working on an album. But they drove out to Alpha Tree to get some food.
Yeah.
About 2 o'clock in the morning, they tried to get some food in Alpha Tree. Yeah?
Wow.
So, Chris said, perfect. This is the only chance you got to record, you know. Let's do it right now.
Wow.
I was like half asleep, so I'm going to jump out of my sleep and run going to the studio. And Chris started playing the rhythm and one take.
One take.
Sing Uncat Boy. Yeah, one take, bro. Me have to sing Uncat Boy because remember, you know, I'm not supposed to be in Bobby's studio, you know.
Easy.
Because they're working on a Maxi Priest album. They're just going to get food. So me have to have voice with one eye in my head back like I see and the next eye on the mic. Because if Bobby come catch me in the studio, a problem. A problem for me, a problem for Chris, because Chris is not supposed to do that either.
Wow.
Without permission. So one take, she got all the loaf and try, see him lick up, round a market, gone, Chris, gone.
Asaase radio.
Just like that, like I say, yeah. I could even sing the song better, King, because my vocals never fully wake up as yet, because as I tell you, I was sleeping and Chris said, come, you have to come right now. Because Bobby soon coming down to Alpha Tree.
Wow.
Seeing so, one take, King, and I just do the one take and turn my back, walk out, and I forget about Uncat Boy. Because I just start voice at some different more student one that I try make connections out there, see me. Yeah. I just voice Uncat Boy and forget about it until Chris now I forget the song mix, you know. And it's not like I had money or he had money could get it mixed and harmonized and stuff like that. So it still took a while because, you know, he have to wait until, you know, Bobby engineer kind of have some time and him, you know, buy him 2 beer again. I said, please give him, you know, a couple hundred. I said, please, if I can mix off this one, because Chris wasn't working like that. He never had money like that to really produce either, right? When it comes down to the harmonies, I know it's the same thing. The harmony girls working at Bobby and probably after their last session, them probably chilling out. Chris probably come to them and say, hey, can you sing harmonies and this song for me? I don't have any money, but I can buy you girls 2 orange juice and, you know, 2 crackers or pay bus fare or something like that. That is how everything came about, thing. Yeah? Until one day Chris called me and said, hey, perfect. Finally, I have the song mix, master and everything. Seen, and at that time now, we know say promotion now legacy. So old school way again. Me not have no money, Chris not have no money. So I'm a mother, you know, my mother buy me some CD, you know. And so we start promoting Uncat Boy. Them time the blank CD is the thing. You buy blank CDs and you press them up and we just write Uncat Boy with a markup on top of it. Press up CD after CD and just give them away at the street, thing. Give them away. To a taxi man, to a old lady coming from church, to a little youth going to school, to a nurse on her way to work, to a bus driver, we just give a CD. We don't care who. All young middle aged, just give a CD. Country to town, town to country, 14 parish, we just give a CD. When those finish, we burn up and give them one. Finish, we burn, we just give a CD. So Uncat Boy became known in the streets before it really hit the radio, you know. It was playing like at every little corner shop. And taxi man, you pass and hear the song playing. Because people started liking the song from the burn CDs and not from an official release. Yeah? So it's one of those burn copies reached to Irie FM also. And Ran Musset, we have a big of Ran Musset as the first man who start play Uncat Boy before it was even officially like released on a 45. Because those days they never have Spotify or, you know, Google Play, Amazon, and them thing there. So before Uncat Boy was officially released on a 45, it was being played from a burnt CD, is what Ran Musset played the first. When Uncat Boy played the first time on Irie FM, it was from a burnt CD. And Ran Musset start play it until Big A take it up. Mama Ellis get enough respect to them same way, and DJ Wayne step in and endorse it. Wicked and, you know, just, you know, Mighty Mike before him pass on. And King, it was just a song that, to tell you the truth, a job was a song that if you tell you the truth, like I see. Me never have no money.
Oh,
Chris
God.
never have no money, King. $0 King we use on bus and car, boy. I just faith and promotion. Every time CD finish, we get a little money. We buy back some more CD, we press them up, we go to our next little district or our next little town in the market area and just give us CDs for the day. Hungry more time, we can't buy orange juice or a bottle of water, but we know say, hey, we just give a CD, you know, because the joy for us, really and truly, if you tell you the truth, was to go to a corner shop and hear and Cap Boy playing. That was my feel my boss them time, the King.
See.
That was my joy. That was my boss. Yeah, just to pull up a little corner shop, a little street side bar, and you know, you hear the bartender playing and Cat Boy King, and it's like, whoa. That alone made me feel so happy, and it's like, yes, I it, but there was another level up. The radar level, and like I tell you, the disc jockey started Darcy, and brother, honestly, that song just. But I can't tell you how it bust, King. If I tell you the one real factor that made it bust, I can't find it. It's just the joy and
man.
You know, the people at that time, I think they really wanted to hear a song like that, because at that time I be a bling them a DJ about, you know.
Yeah.
The blinging and this and that, you know. And you know, for a song, the song was so humble and so real, and it was the story is what people could relate to every day, you know, because it's all about, you know, how classism is set up in society. You know, if you're from there, you shouldn't date that person from there, or if you're a teacher, you shouldn't date, you know, somebody who is of a lesser job, or if you're, you know, it's all about classism. And the song broke that. The song broke that because it was telling you about an odd cat boy. See?
Definitely.
That was able to find love from, you know, somebody who was not from his surrounded, so to speak.
Definitely.
You know, because the handicap boy job is one of the lowest forms of domestic work in Jamaica. See?
Definitely.
It can't get lower than that. People just fling them back on your cat and give whatsoever them feel like, really and truly, for bring it from here to there. You know? You're hustling at the market. It's really you pulling up beside the buses when they come from country, and you know, the farmers bringing off the cabbage, the carrots, and you, the handicap boys, they are the means of transportation through the market, through the alleys, through all these little lanes where cars can go and trucks can go, and you have the little side shops, and Miss Peggy, I sell our fruits over there, so, and you know, it's the handcart boys, you know, we reach to all those people. We transportate the goods to all those people.
All right.
So, you know, we are very important in society, yet still, we are one of the less paid and the less respected. Come and say, go out there and cat boy with your load, and you're dirty, and go and go push your woman load, and, you know?
Definitely.
So, yeah, man. So, when I did a song like that, King, it gave people of that them vibration, the market people, the, you know, the poorer class of people, the people who are the odd jobs, you know, it gave them a sense of pride, a sense of hope. Guys like them, I said, John, no little and cat boy perfect. Watch them, man.
Definitely.
Do it, you know? Yeah, do it, you know. So
ladies,
it's a joy, King. It's a joy. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're reaching with perfect Giddimani, and trust me, I have 7 more minutes to do this. Then we can wrap it up. You understand me? We have an album to talk about, Yaad. Benedict Jaffe says, insightful conversation, and I'm loving it.
Easy.
Good chance.
Junior Maestro, all the way from Norway, far away. He's gone on Spotify to copy the link of Perfect Giddimani over there on the live. So if you don't have the access to the album, you can click on the link, and then there you go. Aita Bingi says, yes, sir, yo, massive, we're live.
Easy.
Junior Maestro says, everything is perfect like Perfect Giddimani.
Easy.
All right.
Rastafari, bless.
He's got 13 albums to his credit and thousands of singles, Perfect Giddimani. Now let's talk about Yaad, the brand new album.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about it. The production, we have to do this in 7 minutes. The production, who worked on it, who supported what, and all that. And what inspired, you know, the album title, Yaad.
Yeah, well, you see, if you can go back into time and you realize that 2018 is when I did quote unquote my last album, which was called Live My Life Again, yeah? Like I said, quote unquote my last album. The reason why I promoted it that way, honestly, it was a marketing ploy, yeah? Which did work out well. Yeah, because you know, say as Rasta, we can't just come post anything on internet or say something out of context, you know. So that was my way of promoting, just promote it like my last album, yeah? So then it's a 6-year period, you know, before me do our next album, you know. So here comes Yaad now, yeah? And to really do this album, it really had to take some serious people to make the work possibly, you know. So you see Zion I Kings now and High Grade Records. They're two labels that I've been admiring over the years because they have been able to craft a sound that is very I would say it's very enchanting, yeah. The reggae music that these guys create, you know, for the likes of like Akibeka, you know, or even before it was Akibeka, Midnight, and they have done a bunch of work with like Pressure, Loot and Fire, you know, and a bunch of other people. The sounds, the sounds that these brethren use and the way they arrange the instrumentation and the soul and the feel that they put into it, it's not ordinary. So when I got the knock on my door, hey, Zion I Kings and High Grade need to do a project with you, I was happy, I was excited, I was super interested because to me, I would be working with definitely some of the top musicians and producers in this genre that we call reggae. Yeah? So they started sending off the rhythms to me and stuff like that. And bearing in mind that, like I said, I'm working with some of the best in the genre. I had to put my best foot forward. You know, I had to be creative. I had to put myself into that space, like I said before again, because their rhythms and their the language that they speak, you know, with their music is very, very enchanting and just captivating. So I had to I just had to put the bread to the butter, so to speak, you know, and make it work. And once I heard those beautiful sounds that I got from those producers, honestly, the vibes and the lyric and everything just started flowing naturally. You know, it started flowing naturally. And trust me, man, it was a great process, you know, back and forth with the producers, the arrangement, you know, the overdubbing. You know, it was really, really a good vibe working with them. And like I said, the album, organic, you know, its roots, you know, the tracks on the album, we have 7 beautiful tracks. No, 14 tracks, but we have, you know, 7 songs and then 7 dubs, you know, because Tippy from High Grade Records is also a dub specialist, you know. So if you listen to those dubs, you know, trust me, man, they will bring your mind to another level, you know, to another place, so to speak. So yeah, man, and the title, when it comes down to the title track of the album, honestly, I didn't pick the title, you know. But just do the album and give it to these brethren because I do trust these brethren with my work. You know, some other producers, I have to call them every day. You have to be on top of it. You know, you get that master, they get that done properly. You get the overdub on the guitars. But no, in this case with Zion I Kings and High Grade Records, after I finished singing, that was it. Everything was left up to them. And, you know, they called me at one point and said that the title track for the album, they decided that the title track would be Yaad, and I think it was a great pick, you know, because the song definitely puts you in that space of mind.
All right.
Like me there, Yaad, you know?
All
yes,
right. All right. So on the album now, 7 songs with 7 great dubs. Now,
yes, sir.
Tell me, which song is your favorite on the album?
Jano, I have favorites, you know.
I
don't have a favorite. I have favorites, honestly. So and it depends on the day and the mood that I'm in. But give me my flowers, Yaad, Never Giving, and Hard Years are definitely my favorites from the album. You know, I like everything that's on the album, or else I wouldn't have done it. But those are my favorites. I even last night I performed I'm Yaad and Never Giving, and the feedback was great here in New Mexico at the Tico Time River Resort. Yeah.
Wow, wow. So
Yeah, man. Good vibes.
So Never Giving, Give Me My Flowers, I'm Yaad. Which of these three? Which one is the top one?
In regards to like numbers or Spotify or so.
No, which one is your personal favorite?
Yeah, no. Well, boy, I know someone that for work with Amiyad. Because I really want to go back Amiyad. Yeah, man. Africa, man. I really want to visit the continent. And, you know? Yes, sir. Amiyad.
Amiyad. Yo, I have 3 more minutes to go away. To the soundboard then who want to cut perfect Giddimani on dub. How can they reach you?
Well, you know, they can reach upon Facebook. There's a WhatsApp number on Facebook they can go through that. Just link Lagazi direct, you know, because Lagazi have my personal digits and, you know, we make it possible too. So you can go through Facebook and the WhatsApp number, or, you know, contact Lagazi, and Lagazi will definitely get it done, yeah?
All right. So have you started, you know, cutting dubs on this brand new album, I'm Yaad? Because it look like since I got this album, you know, trust me, every day me I play it. Every day, man.
Yeah, man, I cut couple dub off fight, you know, Never Giving. Yeah. I'm Yaad, Giving My Flowers. I cut dubs to those already, you know, for some sound system here in the US and Europe too, you know.
All right.
Last one I did was for a sound system from Accra. Yeah, man, I cut dubs to them, man.
All right. So we're good to go then. Easy.
Good to go, okay.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
man.
King.
Perfect, yes, Giddimani. Before I leave you finally, you know, it's been a lot of very insightful talk and how you began and the struggle you've gone through and where you are now touring the world, being a sound boy, transition from there to be a DJ, sleeping in kiosks to voice in studios from
yes, sir.
From the Arrows, you know, to the Bobby Digitals and all that, to the trendsetters and all that. It has never been an easy road, but you've kept the faith, and today you are here today. You understand me? 13 albums to your credit, and another brand new album now. You have 2 singles also out pertaining to herbs and all that kind of thing, and people can go out there and check it out as well.
Yes, sir. I mean? Definitely. Yeah, check out the new singles, massive.
Yeah, man. You know,
a lot of work out there, you know, because since here, man, released probably over 20 singles, you know, so the massive need to keep up because we're not stopping, you know. No time soon, you know. So keep up, man. The music there, galore.
Yeah, man. Perfect, Giddimani. Before I leave you, finally, your words of advice to the general public. I think the whole world is in tune. So your word of advice.
Yeah, well, you know, sir, just big up all the massive out there. You know, give thanks for tuning in and you know, giving a listening ear to what I had to say. Big respect to the massive over there in Radio Land, Radio Asaase, if I pronounce it properly.
Asaase Radio.
Asaase, yes, Asaase Radio.
Yeah.
My bad, enough respect. King Lagazi again, big up the myself, and the massive out there just know some man live in love, man, and just try do good, you know, because I just that we have to do in a Rasta. You know, there's not much I can really say because, you know, personally people have their own lives to live and everything, and you know, you don't know what everybody's going through right now. So sometimes giving advice, you know, you have to be careful. What I can really say though is
definitely
love, seeing love. Just
definitely
try to help if you can help and just live in love, because the world right now is in a terrible situation, you know. And we the people have to fix it, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Too much mean and mean vibes, and people all for themselves and kind of, you know, very selfish and stuff like that, man. We need to be a little bit more kinder, I think, to each other.
Definitely.
And yeah, man, just share and try to do good, man, and be happy, man, you know.
Definitely.
I just that Rasta say, yeah. Just try to be happy and live good with people here, sir.
All right.
No war, no violence, man. Just be good, yeah, Rasta.
All right.
Love the idea.
In terms of social media, where can the people them get you?
All right, so you can find me on Instagram, Perfect Giddimani, on Facebook, again, Perfect Giddimani, Twitter. I'm over there. Like I say, you tell me say I need to be more active on Twitter, so I'm going to step it up, yeah?
Definitely.
And yeah, man, you don't know Spotify, same way Perfect Giddimani on the musical platforms. And Threads, I just got a notification from Instagram this morning for join Threads. So
yeah,
Perfect Giddimani is going to be on Threads too. I think it's a new app that they're coming out with. I'm going to look into it, yeah?
All right. All right, perfect.
Yes,
Thank you so much for your time and space.
Easy.
Yes, my brother. Enough respect. Ghana.
Every time.
Peace. I'm in Yaad. I'm in Yaad. I was still waiting on the promoters in Ghana to bring Perfect down there now. No, you know.
Of course.
Still no reach down there yet, you know. So, yeah, man. Slowly but surely, fix things. We're there. Seen?
All right. Bless.
Up like I say.
Every time.
Enough respect, my brother.
Bless.
Jaja love. Rastafari.